VBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, professional wrestling video blogs, sports video blogs, entertainment video blogs, and tons more. Collection of my work going back to June of 2014 is on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms. RVB in Billerica, Massachusetts. Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, December 31st, 2016, around 7:51 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's New Year's Eve. This is the last day of 2016. And it's going to be a sunny day, about 35, 36 degrees, seasonably cool. Some news to report on the RVBN News. Why Boston Celtics beat Miami Heat by a score of 117-114. Isaiah Thomas scored 50 points. That's pretty cool. Also, Amanda Nunes beat Ronda Rousey in UFC. She creamed her, and I think Ronda Rousey's career in UFC is over. I think she's going to retire and go to the WWE. And UMass Laurel Riverhawks beat Colgate by score 4-2. And today's the last day that Channel 7 WHDH TV in Boston is going to be the NBC affiliate in Boston. Tomorrow they switch over to an independent station with a heavy focus of news. And NBC Boston will be officially launched on WBTS 8.1 plus simulcast on WNEU 60.2 and WMFP 60.5, and it's also going to be on cable systems all across eastern Massachusetts, or most of eastern Massachusetts, on either Channel 10 or Channel 810 in HD. And that's about it on news from the RVBN News. Why be back in a flash and with my first video blog subject of the day. 2017 is going to be a great year for my video blogs. Stay tuned. RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. Time's now 7:53. Hopefully 2017 I get to reunite with friends like BK, DA, BA, DB, and MW for one day only. I'm open to the idea. I'm back. My first video blog subject of the day is about the Dr. Phil Talk Show. The Dr. Phil Talk Show has been around since 2002. It's the #1 syndicated talk show all across the United States. It's hosted by Dr. Phil McGraw, who's a noticed psychologist, and he's real popular, and his show is a hit. Background on Dr. Phil: he was a selling author, and many times in the 1990s and 2000s, Dr. Phil occasionally appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And when he was on the show, those ratings of his shows were pretty amazing. And the producers of Harpo Productions, that's Oprah Winfrey's production company, decided that Dr. Phil should have his own talk show. And in 2002, with a deal with King World, which is now CBS television, they signed, Dr. Phil and Harpo Productions signed a deal to produce a talk show for Dr. Phil. And it's set in Los Angeles on Studio 29 from Paramount Pictures. And Dr. Phil debuted on September 16th, 2002, and it's been on ever since in syndication. Mainly it's on syndication, usually at 3 p.m. in the afternoons on many of the CBS owned and operated stations, including WBZ Television Boston. And the subjects that Dr. Phil discusses are of so many variety of stuff. He talks about, his guests talk about financial difficulties, or out of control parents or children, or like dishonest and truthful, and like I want to have a baby and I'm still a teenager, or people who hate their kids' children, their kids' husbands or wives, or I refuse to attend my daughter's wedding, or I refuse to attend my son's wedding, or there's some like episodes where they have internet addiction or sex addiction or like other kinds of addictions. And plus they had a couple of shows where one time a woman booked her own wedding party, but she was not married and she was not even dating anybody at the time. That's strange. And other subjects, and Dr. Phil usually has like an hour discussion about this, and it sometimes gets a little heated, a little confrontational, but it's not like Jerry Springer or Maury Povich where people are fighting one another, and usually like Dr. Phil gives advice and stuff like that to them. And usually there's sometimes updated shows about some of the stories that Dr. Phil does. Also, some episodes of Dr. Phil is, Dr. Phil Now, where he has like he's like tapes the show at Studio Controls of KCBS in Los Angeles, and he talks about current events or maybe an updated story here and there. Usually the tapings of the Dr. Phil show is 3 days a week. He tapes 2 shows each of those days, and at the end of each show, Dr. Phil leaves the studio, and he's greeted by his wife Robin, and they exit the stage, probably to have lunch or something, or leave the studio if it's the second taping of the day. And Dr. Phil's been nominated for several daytime Emmys. His show is real insightful and positive in some ways, but some people would think it's a little bit of like trashy television, but it's not like fighting Jerry Springer and stuff. And in the past, they had Dr. Phil primetime specials on CBS. Some of them were, popular. Some of them weren't. And he hasn't done a CBS primetime special in many, many years. And Dr. Phil's show, I've watched it many times, and it's okay in my opinion. It's kind of a little bit borderline between Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, with being less tame and less volatile, and also somewhat positive in a way to help these people with addiction and stuff and their problems. And unlike like Maury Povich, where there's some guests there who are on there multiple times trying to find out of like lie detectors and paternity test. And they have reruns of the Dr. Phil show on the Oprah Winfrey Network going back several seasons, and it's at 3 p.m. weekdays on WBZ Channel 4 in Boston, and it's probably on 3 p.m. on most stations that carry it in syndication. And that's about it on the Dr. Phil show. Be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. 2 more video blogs coming for you today. One will be about WrestleMania the album. Reveal that. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about my take on New Year's resolutions. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Budding Guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO Oxnard. Nice likes. Elizabeth Hart, so sunny. She's best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York. Such a lucky Goose. Got the best legs in New York City bar none. Jamie Hirsch of NHL Network is so cool. And she's awesome. Bye now.